We got a goodie, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo with the twist. The Graphk Stu Show is back.
What's back?
Good? How you doing, man?
It's back, man. I'm super pumped, man. It's been. I was trying to think of when was the last show that we did?
4 months ago.
What was it? Was it?
It was the Christian and Edge thumbnail you did about the draft.
What was it?
Remember that Christian and Edge WWF thumbnail we did?
Oh yeah.
4 months ago, it was about the draft. Yeah,
okay.
It's good, man. Football's back. I mean, we didn't get the results that we wanted in week one, and we're definitely going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, man, salute to everybody here in the building, man. Whether you're watching on Stu's channel or my channel, it does not matter, you guys. Just wipe them feet, get them thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button on both channels. For those who are new to the channel and not familiar with this specific show, this is something that we've been doing for, Stu, about 3 years now? Maybe
3 years. Yeah, 3
years. Former Purdue great, former Raider great, safety, Stewart. We're going to get his opinion, his take on this game week one at SoFi Stadium against Jim Harbaugh and company. I mean, let's not even bullshit, Stu. I mean, how are you feeling, man? I know you took a bunch of notes.
Well,
I know you stand this shit. How are you feeling, man?
Well, let me just say this first. I'm glad I'm back. Let me say that. You know, I mean, it's just this summer was so busy with my with my 4 kids, and their sporting events. I do want to take a moment. My oldest daughter, Cameron, in July, she actually ran at Nationals in New York, right in downtown. I want to say they stayed in downtown Manhattan, Times Square. Is that Manhattan?
Yeah.
Okay. And the track, I'm not sure where the track that they're at was, but I know Usain Bolt has run there. Well, she finished 6th in the country for the 100 hurdles, and she finished 7th in the country for the 400 hurdles. So the summer was just busy with, Chrissy was running Cameron down to Indianapolis, and my other daughter was in volleyball. So I'm at home with the little ones, and it was just, again, you know how I am, right, man? I just want to make sure that I'm focusing, like. Yeah,
I know you, man. When there's a lot going on, it's very hard to get you zoned in.
Because I want to, if I'm on here, I want to be on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to be focused and be into it and that stuff. So I was happy that you said for me to come on and talk a little bit and get reacclimated, because, obviously the Raiders are very important to me. I love football. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the reunion this past, was it August? I think the end of August, just due to some family stuff like that. So I'm definitely like back in, and you know how it is sometimes. I mean, obviously, and I want to say this too. I mean, congratulations to what you've been doing while I've been gone. I mean, I've tried to stay up as much as I can, and trying to see what's going on through what you have going on. And again, I think it's really cool that you have the connections that you're making, and for the fans to really have an insight with the Raiders. You know what I mean? Because again, I sit and I watch interviews and I watch people talk, and they don't know the Raiders. I mean, it's a flyby, right? They they're not in it like we are.
Surface level interviews that just pretty much the simplest questions that they can get by with. Yeah, yes. They don't dive into the real like we do. Yeah, definitely.
So what I thought was what I wanted to do. I didn't really watch much of the preseason. Obviously the draft, right? I mean, I did watch the draft. Yeah. And what I was thinking is that I didn't have a chance. I have YouTube TV, and before I had it where I could watch the games, and I couldn't watch the whole game. So I do have some notes that I broke down just from like the YouTube highlights. Yeah. There's stuff that I missed, but what I thought was I wanted to, first of all, I want to get your. I mean, we talked a little bit. Was that yesterday? I think. Yeah. Give me a little bit of your opinion, or maybe not even yours, of just what the nation, the nation that we talk to and that you're connected with. What's the buzz going on?
It's a mixed bag. I mean, all in all, everybody's pissed at the end of the day. I mean, that's pretty much the end all be all right there, right? I mean, a lot of people want to blame Minshew. A lot of people are blaming AP. A lot of people are blaming Luke Getsy, our offensive coordinator. I mean, the blame is going around. A lot of people are talking about the defensive collapse there in the fourth quarter that allowed the Chargers to run off to win the game. I mean, there's a lot of blame being placed all over the place. I mean, at the end of the day, look, I'm a firm believer in, the quarterback is the biggest part, right, of that thing. It is the engine, right? But I thought that Minshew did what he could in order to try and win that game. That O-line did him no justice, Stu. The guy literally had guys in his lap right when he snapped the football. I'm talking about in pass pro, run blocking. We couldn't get the ground game going. It's just the offense as a whole. It's going to take some time. New OC, Luke Getsy, very vanilla, man. I really did not like the play calling on the offensive side of the ball. The defense dominated early on. The Jack Jones, Jacorian Bennett, our guy that we talked about a lot in year two, did really good, great pass breakup. I think they only looked at him twice and not one reception on him. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. But this was just a game of self-inflicted wounds. This is the Raider way, right? A lot of these wins, losses that we've had in previous years is self-inflicted wounds. We lost this game. The Chargers didn't beat us. We lost this game. And the Chargers defense did look good. I got to give them some credit. Khalil Mack was all over the place. Bosa was all over the place. Their linebacking core looked good. But we just could not get going. We're a defensive-minded team. That's our identity. We want to run the football first to set up the pass. We couldn't run the football. Zeus struggled. He fumbled the football.
Yes.
It was just a long, long game, man, when it didn't need to be. You know what I mean? So, and we can't afford to lose those divisional games, those conference games early on, because we have a lot of conference games. We got the Ravens coming up. Then we got the Carolina Panthers, which is NFC team. And then we have Cleveland right after that. We got Denver. Like, there's going to be some meaningful games really early on in the season. Yeah. And we couldn't afford to lose that game that we needed to win, Stu. Like, this isn't a good enough team where you can afford to lose games that you need to win. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it. I had at the ceiling early on was the 11-6, 10-7. And then I had that 9-8, 8-9 basement. And it's starting to look a little bit more. And this is only week one, so I'm not going to jump the gun, but I'm just going off of what I seen. What I seen. It looks more along.
I will say you. You've grown as a Raiders fan because a couple years ago
I'm your scream. Fuck
it's over.
Yeah,
it's done.
Hey man, we getting older, man. You know what I mean? And as a Raider fan, right? You have to have patience, or you're gonna go crazy. But I mean, just the culture change, the culture shift with AP, the great draft class, which most of these guys didn't even play in week one. DeCameron Richardson, our corner, was out with a hamstring injury. Dylan Laube was inactive for no reason, just a healthy scratch. So, I wanted to see some of those guys play. But this offseason, we were all happy. The narrative was the energy. It feels different. It feels different. And
who's that coming from? Everyone?
Everyone, the fan base, the players, the coaching staff, everyone within the building, even the beat writers.
I felt that. I felt that. I felt that for sure.
Well, they sold. I mean, look, it's only week 1, but we've been sold bullshit up to this point because you put up 10 points, Stu. This looks like last year. It looks like Josh McDaniels and company have not left. 10 points against the Chargers. We left some points on the board. Daniel Carlson missed the 49-yard kick. He should have made it. People don't want to hear this. I said it yesterday on my show. He's starting year in like it's kind of a trend that he's starting to miss these kicks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're used to that kind of like close to perfection Daniel Carlson. And he's kind of, you know.
And unfortunately, you know, when you're always making it, people expect you to always make it, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
you do got to give him some leeway because he has been phenomenal for us. I mean, he's one of my favorite players.
Definitely.
I mean, I think he's phenomenal. I think he's such a huge asset for us. You know, so I'm going to give him a pass. I mean, I have to, like, I can't, like, I mean, for as many great field goals as he's made, I can't, you know, really, what am I trying to say? I can't really fault him for that. Right.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking, I mean, from what I saw, I mean, really, I don't think that we really played. It wasn't, it was a pretty even game, pretty back and forth. It was just that we had 3 turnovers to our 0, right? Or
0.
Their 0.
Yep.
And that's when you're on the road in a divisional game, when you're 3 and when you're giving up the ball 3 times to their 0, that's tough, man. That's going to be really, really hard to make it back. And here's the thing. Harbaugh's a good coach. He's a great coach, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we knew he's going to have those guys ready. You know, he's going to have those guys fired up, ready, and they're going to play sound. What I wanted to look at, I just wanted to kind of look at the game stats. So you have Minshew, 25 of 33.
Yeah, pretty efficient. Not a bad game.
Yeah, for 257. And actually there was a pretty unique stat, and I'll go through this, but there was, I think it was in the second quarter or maybe third quarter. At one point, he was like, here it is, on third down passing, and this was all the way up into the third quarter. He was 6 for 6 for 56 yards and 5 first downs.
Yeah,
and, I mean that's kind of how you kind of rate your defense and your offense is how we doing on third down, right? Because that's such an important down, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you got to win third down. So, I mean, he was, from what I saw, I thought he was making some good throws. You know, so again, 25 of 33, 257, 1 touchdown. You know, the interception at the end, and I'll kind of go over that.
You're down by 12 at that point. I mean, you're down. It's you got to make something happen.
Well, here's the thing though, is he had our the Notre Dame tight end from last year. Is it Meyer?
Michael Mayer? Yeah, Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer. He was wide open at the first down, and for whatever reason, he chose to throw it to the running back. They tip it, they intercept it. So that was a bad read by him at the end there. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, he was. If you guys go back and look, I mean, there's nobody around him. He goes right to the stick, turns around. I mean, it's literally just right in his face. I don't know how he missed that, but you know, missed it and that interception. So Zamir White, you know, 13 attempts for 44 yards. Longest was 12. That fumble hurt. Yeah. You know, that fumble. We had some momentum going, and you know, I think it was at the end of maybe like a 9-10 yard run or whatever. And
might have been even more. I think it may have been like a 12-yard game.
I was going to say it was a nice run.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that just kills you. That just kills you. You know, Mattinson, you know, I thought that he was the one, right, that had the first touchdown.
30-yard touchdown in the passing game, jumped over the defender. He was the one that created that entire play right there, Stu.
I thought that was a very when I saw that, I was like, holy smokes, that was a phenomenal play. That was a very, 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 very good play. As far as receivers go, so you have Jacoby Myers, let's see, 3 receptions, 61 yards. Mm-hmm. Devontae Adams, 5 receptions, 59 yards.
And Stu, you can't do that, Stu, because you know why? Because he was only targeted 6 times. That's Devontae
I see that. Yeah, I see targeted. Okay.
You're targeting Devontae 6 times, man. Like, you have one of the best receivers in the game. And I know that Minshew was rattled. He didn't really have a lot of time to cook. I mean, he was running for his life. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. If you really watch this game fully, the man literally had really no time to breathe. Every play that he made, those 257 yards, a lot of that was created with his legs, him getting out of the pocket, escaping, and creating some extra time to create some plays. But that's why there was so much dinking and dunking. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he had no time to throw the football. But, I mean, Devontae on 6 targets, that's nasty. Even though I like that Brock Bowers was targeted 8 times his first game of his
targeted 8 times, 6 receptions, 58 yards. I mean, he had a very nice game. I mean, he's spreading the ball around. I mean, you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different guys caught balls. Yeah. And then you look on the other side, Herbert, 17 of 26 for 144 and 1 touchdown. I mean, it was goddamn
at best.
It was freaking Dobbins, man. You know, that was kind of the difference maker there. Let me just take a look at here.
While you do that, I'm gonna read this super real quick.
Yeah.
10 Commandments. The Chargers game was lost before the kickoff because of personnel decisions. Pro Bowl guard on the bench, All-American guard playing tackle, talented rookies Glaze, JPJ not on the field. Your thoughts? I mean, look, I definitely believe that Jackson Powers-Johnson would have helped that O-line. I definitely believe that Glaze, after having a big preseason, big offseason, training camp, OTAs, and all that good stuff, definitely would have helped that O-line. I'm all for 10 Commandments, tinkering with this O-line moving forward. I don't want to give up on these guys just yet. It takes time for this thing to gel. Where it's a new system. James Craig, Joe Philbin running the show with the O-line. It's going to take some time, but if this O-line continues to struggle, I have no problem putting Glaze out there. And Andre James struggled. Stu, he was bad at center, man. So, look, if he continues to look like that, put Jackson Powers-Johnson at his original position. Put him at center. You know, put Glaze out there at right guard, or put Mumford at right guard, put Glaze at right tackle. But yes, 10 Commandments, I agree with you. And Cody Whitehair struggled. Put Andres Pete out there. Put him out there, former Pro Bowler, I believe 3-time Pro Bowler, right? It's either him or Cody. I think Cody has 1, or you can swap either way. But I definitely play with this O-line moving forward if they continue to struggle.
Well, let me. I want to read. I'm just going to go through the team stats, and then I'm just going to kind of go through my notes here. But you look. Time of possession, we had the ball more. First downs, we had 14 to their 11.
Yeah.
Third down conversions, we were 5 of 14. They were 4 of 15, so we're better there. We were 0 for 1 on 4th down. Total net yards, 296 to their 316.
Yeah. And those are pretty 2 plays rattled off by J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah. 176 rushing yards there. But net passing, we had 225 to their 140. Not a lot of penalties, 2 for 15. They had 7 for 50.
Yeah.
But again, it's the turnovers. I mean, that's we gotta create now. So obviously, Morag didn't intercept that pass, did he?
No.
Okay. All right. Because with the highlights I was watching, I couldn't tell, and obviously we don't have any turnovers or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, start the game off. Crosby sack. I saw gang tackling.
Some stunts, some blitz, a lot of blitzes. Patrick Graham was sending these guys, Stu. He was sending them.
Now our third and 1 in the first quarter with 10 minutes left. 66 and 74 are offensive linemen. They're blocking. They're blocking Otito Ogbonnia, number 93, and then they go to second level, and he's the one who goes and makes the play. It's like, dude, stay on that guy. You know what I mean? Why, I get it. You get to second level, but let's block the guy that's in front of us first of all. But I thought I did see. I mean, I did see some good pockets. I mean, that 3rd and 9, great throw and catch to Devontae for the first down.
Phenomenal.
Another, earlier, a 3rd and 5 to Devontae, a 3rd and 9 to Devontae for first downs. I thought was great. That touchdown to
Alexander Madison.
Addison, right?
Madison.
What I liked was you saw Minshew progression, 1, 2, 3, 4, dumped it off. You know what I mean? So I like that. That shows me that there's a system that he's going through. I will say this: Epps missed some tackles, and I was a little surprised with that because he's usually last year he was one of our sure tacklers.
Merrick did too.
Yeah, did. And it was bad angles. I think the first run that Dobbins had, let me see here.
And while you're at it, Merrick and Epps too.
I want to say this too. I thought Diablo he had a terrible game.
Terrible. To be honest, he may have been the worst player out there. Really outside of that O-line. Diablo had a terrible game.
Really bad. That touchdown towards the end there, where he completely mistimes it, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't understand it because he's coming outside of Crosby, but Crosby is outside of the tackle. So we had two guys in that same gap. So either Crosby was supposed to be inside and he was coming outside.
Yeah.
Crosby's outside and he should be going inside.
Yeah.
So not only did he go offsides, he went in the wrong gap and then he missed the tackle.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you had Epps sitting back there getting blocked.
Yep.
Right there. I mean, not trying to get to the ball, which is not like him, And then there was plays with Moreg where, again, the running back's coming up and you have leverage with guys on your right and guys on your left, and he's falling for a fake that he shouldn't, and it turned into another 30, 40 yards.
Yeah.
And again, those are plays that we need him to make. Those are, what I'm saying? He's sitting back there, and it's not as if he's getting involved in every play, but that play is a play he's got to make that.
That's a fourth year guy, Stu. That's a fourth year guy. Like that's a struggle. Salute to Jason Hunter, man, my dog. Appreciate you on gifting 5 OLV Network membership. Salute to all the new Green Dot gang in the building. Salute to my guy, Jason, my brother. Appreciate you. Salute to Pace. He says, Stu, we need to get you back. Get Graphk off the edge of the cliff. And salute to Ty as well. The O-line needs a glazed Johnson. Nasty work. Pause, Ty. Pause. Salute to my guy, Ty Davis, in the building.
But now, I mean, again, I'm looking here in the third quarter with 4:20 to go. White had back-to-back nice runs, an 8-yard run, 11-yard run.
Yeah.
I have nice protection, good throw to Devontae for 20 yards. And then Carlson misses the field goal there.
Let me ask you this. I know you probably have it in your notes at some point. Going forward at 4th and 1 in the first half, not getting it, right? Running that delayed handoff to Zamir, which I thought was a terrible play call. But then you do not have the confidence in your offense at the Chargers' 43-yard line in their territory with about 6.5 minutes left. What is your opinion on AP punting, which we pinned him down, I believe, at like the 10-yard line, 8-yard line. But at that point, you're using all your timeouts, and it's.
So I know. Initially, when we talked about that yesterday, right? I didn't know the full scope of the game and whatnot.
Yeah.
I actually, with us not getting it the first time, with us having 3 timeouts, with having a punter that can pin them down there, and having a defense that was playing well, I'm making that call all day. I'm doing the same thing. You're a defensive
guy. So I get it. But this is the thing. If you get a 3 and out on them right there, right? Let's just say you get a 3 and out on them. You're pretty much getting the football back where you were initially.
Well, I mean,
realistically, if they punt, you probably getting the football back at the middle of the field anyway with less time out. Well,
but you're getting the ball back, right? Let's say we go for it on 4th down, we don't get it. Now we don't have anything, right?
No, I agree.
Chargers have it.
Devil's advocate. I'm just looking at it.
No, of course. And again, with the way our defense was playing and having those timeouts, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that call. For instance, I've been playing NCAA, 2025, right?
Yeah.
And I was playing online, and if I have 3 timeouts, dude, I'll always punt it and try to back them up and make them make a bad decision. So I'm doing that. I'm doing that all day long, man. I'm doing that all day long. But there was another play though that I have here with Minshew that he made a really nice. It was in the fourth quarter with 13 minutes to go. It was a 2nd and 10. There was a 5-man rush. Minshew escapes and makes a great throw to Jacoby.
Yeah.
Really, really, really nice play. Really, really good play. But yeah, I have, yep. And then, it's 10 to 16. They're up.
Yep.
In the 4-19, 2nd and 3. Diablo's actually unblocked. He should have made the play on Dobbins.
I know exactly.
There's no one there. He's got to make that play. And then Epps just got caught in the wash. He got down there too. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he went way down there. It's like his vision was bad. And
do you think it's a thing of
is Epps, when you're in the middle of the field, you make everybody in front of you right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even if Diablo did maybe jump the wrong gap or not make the tackle, you got to make up for him, if I'm making sense, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be the eraser on that. That should have been a really like a 3-yard gain. Instead, it's a 60-yard run.
Yeah.
I will say this though, great play and great hustle by, was it Hobbs? No, 39. Hobbs, right?
Hey, Nate Hobbs had a phenomenal.
He did.
Game.
He played good.
Yes.
He played good.
I mean, those corners as a whole. I mean, look at this, Stu. Marcus Epps, 4 for 5, 31 yards on him, 92.5 QBR. Epps didn't have a great game. Jack Jones, 3 for 5, only 14 yards, 64.6 QBR. Trayvon Merrick, 3 for 4, 25 yards, a touchdown, 100.
Wait. Hold on. Say these stats again. Hold
okay,
on.
This is all in coverage. These are coverage stats. Salute to our brother Scout. Marcus Epps.
Thanks, Scout.
So 4 for 5, 31 yards.
Wait, hold on. What does that mean? 4 for what?
That means that Justin Herbert was 4 for 5 throwing towards.
Okay.
For 31 yards, 92.5 QBR. Jack Jones, Herbert was 3 for 5, only 14 yards, 64.6 QBR. Had a great game. Okay. Merrick, 3 for 4, 25 yards, a nasty touchdown, a 130.2 QBR. Jacorian Bennett, our second-year guy out of Maryland, 0 for 2, 0 yards, a nice pass breakup on the boundary, 39.6 QBR. I mean, that you can't ask for really too much more out of your corners. Mm-hmm. The safeties did not have a good game by any means. But
and you know what? That 3rd and 6, the touchdown. I wrote Morey was way too slow on that over route. I don't know what he would. And there should have been, to be honest with you, there should have been some pre-snap communication between who was it 18 that was on the right?
Jack Jones on the right. Yep.
Where they should have said, hey, they're both cut splits. Let's trade the shit off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're going like this. Shit. He just backs up. Morag picks up this guy coming across, and that's an interception. There should be there should be during the week. I'm assuming that's a red zone call for Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you should know that there should be some pre-snap communication with that. So you're not having Morag coming from 10 yards deep, trying to chase the guy across the field. And then the angles were terrible. And then, he did force him back. He forced him back. But then here's the thing with Epps. If I'm parallel to the line of scrimmage, right? You always want to stay square.
Uh-huh.
Epps was like this. And that you can't do that. You can't. What they should have done is went low and forced him to the sideline, right? They were way too high. And that's just those are pretty basic.
Yeah.
I mean,
fundamental
things.
Yeah.
It's like, golly, man, but that's again, it's in those games, it comes down to the technique and the basics and knowing your gap, right? Knowing where your leverage is, angles, right? Not pre-snap reads, knowing what the offense is looking to do. Yeah. But I mean, I would say this from when I talked to you and then when I watched the game, I wasn't, again, I couldn't find to where I'm sitting here going, oh, this was terrible and that was terrible. It wasn't, things weren't terrible. It was just those 3 turnovers, man. That was the difference.
The 3 turnovers, and then also, just not being able to get that offense going. You know what I mean? You look at Gardner Mitchell. I said this, Stu, and we always talk about it. When you go you read the stats, and you say, oh, without seeing the score, you say, oh, the Raiders won this game.
Well, no, you're right.
Outside of those 2 big plays by J.K. Dobbins, which, you can't take them off the board. They happened. But, you look at it and you're like, oh, we won this game. But you're right. 3 turnovers kill you. A missed field goal kills you. No protection from your O-line. It's going to kill you. Zamir, I don't know what happened on that play. You got to be better than that. 13 carries for a guy that is overtaking Josh Jacobs' job, the workhorse guy that had over, he would carry the football over 20 times a game for us. So that lets me know that the confidence in Zamir right there, 13 carries, like you got away from the ground game quick. You know what I mean? So that's not going to get it done. We got to figure this out. This is why I wanted the likes of a Dylan Laube, because the best running back that we had was Alexander Madison, and it was in the passing game. And Laube is a guy that is a very, very dynamic playmaker in the passing game. So we're going to have to figure out how to work some of these running backs.
Well, I know I listened to the post-game interviews with AP and with Minshew, and Minshew, said that that the Chargers were playing that too high and they couldn't get anything deep. So he said, we got to figure out ways to test the team vertically. And we weren't doing that,
But also, and I seen that because I know a lot of people were pissed about the dinking and dunking, and I know Minshew addressed it. But I mean, that's
kind of his game, though.
That's Luke Getsy, and it's not just that. That's Luke Getsy's system. But also, it's not just that. It's, don't you need a little time to throw the football? I mean, you need a little time to stretch the field. If you want to find Trey Tucker 50 yards down the field, I think you need more than a second and a half to you know what I mean? At least a 3-second drop. You already got people in your lap immediately.
Did we have sacks, or did Minshew get sacked?
Yeah. Oh no, Minshew got sacked a ton.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he was sacked, I believe, 4 or 5 times. 4 times.
So I didn't see any of that. Okay.
He was sacked 4 times, lost at 32 yards. Herbert was only sacked once. That Max sack early on.
Early on. Yeah.
After that, it was a wrap, and you could tell that the defensive line without Malcolm Kuntz looked a lot different. It looked a lot different.
What happened at the end there with
So apparently Josh Palmer, the wide receiver for the Chargers, was targeting Epps, and he was the one that created that. And all of his,
he just kind of kept mushing them.
And his teammates just came to his defense. Jack Jones was kicked out the game. Maxx Crosby, who I said this on my show yesterday, got to be a lot smarter than that, man, because Maxx kind of came in there and flung that dude. You can't, without Maxx, there's no opportunity. There's no chance at all to beat Baltimore.
That shit right there, man. That looks bad.
Yeah.
Especially when we're fucking losing at home, and then you're doing that shit, fucking trying to punch guys and push dudes, and it's like, what are we doing, guys? Come on, man.
Salute the Raider Deb as well, the $10 donation. Also salute the East Coast. He said, when Stu's on here, I sit, I take notes. I love this man.
Thank you, East Coast.
Hey, East Coast, I got to get you on the show.
I gotta shake the rust off, man.
You are in rare form right now, man. Salute to Chris. Imagine the Raiders drafting Skoronski in 2023 and Fuaga in 2024 instead of Tyree and Brock. This roster is so poorly constructed, but we've had 3 GMs in 5 years. No good drafts since McKenzie. Salute to Christopher. I got to disagree with you on that. I think that Brock is the move there. I think he is the move. That's a generational player at his position. I love Fuaga. That was a guy that I wanted. Him or Quinyon Mitchell were the 2 guys that I wanted at 13. When Brock was there, I think it was an easy decision to make. This guy is going to be a phenomenal pickup for us. I'm telling you, Chris, it's going to take some time, but I agree with you on the Tyree front. Skoronski, the offensive lineman out of Penn State, Stu, that's what he's talking about. He definitely a monster, definitely a beast, man. Salute to my guy, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Devin, I wanted Fuaga as well, but Brock was the better pick. Facts. What else you see out there?
I'll say this. Looking through my notes, there's what I'm looking at it. And again, offense, I know some stuff, but obviously I'm going to know more about defense. Diablo was a weakness for us.
Spillane looked really good. Spill looked good.
Yeah,
Probably.
he did. But Diablo, wrong gaps, missed tackles, offsides, penalties, penalties.
Yeah.
And then Morag and Epps, when we needed them to step up and make those open field tackles, they didn't do it. And then they weren't physical on receivers blocking them, which allowed for that run to score with Epps. And then both of them over pursuing on number 15, like we can't,
how do you
that play to me? That's just a simple crossing route. You just trade that off,
As a former safety yourself, Stu, how do you fix that? Because now we're going into Baltimore on the road, and
so that's our next game is at Baltimore.
Early game. You know how difficult it is to travel all across the United States and play an early game on the East Coast. And now you have a guy in Lamar Jackson who you're probably gonna have to put a spy on. They're coming off of a loss against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're very, very, very mad because those refs did not call it both ways at all. So I know that they're looking for blood. You got another Harbaugh brother, back-to-back Harbaugh brothers. You know what I mean? A great.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah, a great, well-oiled machine out there in Baltimore. This is a perennial playoff team. How do you make these minor adjustments and with Merrick and Marcus says? Because even Romo said during the game, Stu, he said this is two of the better tandems at safety. He gave Marcus Epps and Merrick their flowers. So for them to go out there and look like that,
they're very skilled. God darn it, not veteran, but they're very skilled guys who have a lot of playing time.
Experience.
Experience. There you go.
Yeah.
They're two guys with great experience.
Yeah.
But again, it's like make that interception. That I know it would have been a really good play, but we need you to make that play.
Yeah.
We need you to make those tackles. We need you to not let the guy get 50, get it to 20 yards, but don't let him get fucking 60 yards.
And a touchdown at that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Dobbins is a good running back, but shit.
The dude has dealt with running backs. He's dealt with insane injuries, torn ACL, torn. He's missed football. Like he hasn't played in a long, long time. So to have a guy like that come out there and play out of his mind, and once again, I think at one point in the fourth quarter, Stu, they only had 28 rushing yards. And then boom, next thing you know, J.K. Dobbins just rips off two major, big plays, and next thing you know, we're getting gassed.
That's the thing that you got to be like being great. 8 out of 10 plays isn't good enough. You got to we had them stuffed, but we just gave up that. You can't do it. Not in the NFL, man. If you want to win, not if you want to win, and not if you want to be a Pro Bowl player or a household name. You can't make those mistakes.
Yeah,
you can't. As you can see, 5 plays. Again, 5 plays cost us that game, and there were plays that we could have made.
Yeah,
we could have made those plays. They weren't anything special. It wasn't like we got out talented or out physical. It was just technique, bad angles, not communicating pre-snap, not being able to adjust, and trying to cover things from depth and bad initial alignment.
Yeah.
And in the red zone there, when you have that bunch, and it was if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that was a man-to-man blitz. If it's man-to-man, as you're inside already. He was outside, and the guy's going across away from him. There's no way you're going to be able to fucking cover that guy. So you know what? That should be something where you're going, hey, 18, hey, cut split here. Be alert. Let's maybe, let's combo this. So all of a sudden they go like this, and you don't got to go anywhere. You just wait for it. He's coming right to you.
Now we expect this team to be a defensive-minded team. We expect this defense to be a top 5 defense in the NFL, and it looked like that early on in this game. Do you think that AP put too much on his defense, not going for it on 4th and 1? Do you think they were gassed? I mean, do you look at that play when you see J.K. Dobbins rip one off? Was it just, like you said, bad technique, bad angle? Was it just bad football?
I'm looking, and it wasn't like, when you look at plays, I think our offense had more. Yeah, we had 59 plays, they're 54. Yeah. So if you're a defense and you're holding a team to 54 plays, there's no, you shouldn't be gassed at all. That's what you really want.
Yeah, look, Gus Edwards, 11 carries for 26 yards. We look 2.4 a clip. We definitely held one of their better running backs, to nothing. Lab McConkey, the rookie slot guy, the one that ended up with the touchdown, rookie out of Georgia, 5 receptions for 39 yards. Nobody really had a major game outside of J.K. Dobbins with those two explosive plays. You know what I mean? Like, this is just the
and again in the NFL, those running backs, if you're not taking the right angles, they'll make you pay for it. It's the fucking NFL. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they're you better be on your shit, because they will take advantage of that. If you're not lined up where you're supposed to be, or if you're not in the right gaps, you can't play football that way. Now, I think these are all things
correct.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. I lost a lot of games when I played in the NFL, right?
Especially in Oakland.
It happens, right? It happens. Do we want to do it? And here's always the thing that you never realize in the beginning of the season is who's good and who isn't, right? There's some teams you think, just like last year when Colorado beat TCU, and everyone's thinking TCU sucked. Yeah. When she found out towards the end of the year, shit, the Chargers are probably going to be a pretty good team. Okay, so it's not as if the Chargers are terrible. And again, they're a well-coached team. Jim Harbaugh, he wins everywhere he goes. This guy's a winner. When he was a player, when he was a coach, at all levels. So those guys are going to be prepared. Okay? And I just hope that our guys really self-evaluate, in that film. They take a hard look. And I hope those coaches are saying, hey, guys, listen, this is fucking bullshit. Morag, this is bullshit. Epps, this is bullshit. Diablo, we can't have this.
No.
If this happens again next week, you're gone. I'm replacing you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But what you can't do is you can't just, hey, I know you could make that play. I know next week you can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to ask your take on this, because, everyone knows 1A was Harbaugh for me, 1B was AP. Okay. Mm-hmm. AP's our guy now. We made that bid. We got to lay in it, right? And I'm cool with that. He's our guy. I'm not one of those guys. I'll call it how I see it. If he called a bad game, or if he made some bad decisions, call him on his shit. But I'm not calling for his head. I'm not calling for him to get fired. But at what point, he's 5-5 right now. So, 50, 500 right now, Stu. At what point do we look at this? If this continues, what point do we look at this as like a Chip Kelly, Deion Sanders type situation where it's like where it's like the name doesn't fit the results? You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. And I don't want to put
a side note, that Colorado man, what a fucking joke. You got to be shitting me, man.
Yeah, bro.
You talk about a snake oil salesman. My Lord. Bro. Anyways, but
They found a way. They found a way. They out there selling tickets and moving merch and doing what they're doing, right? So, hey, something's working. But
praise the Lord, right? According to Dion, right? Got coaches fighting in the parking lot and shit.
But at what point do you let's just say we're going into midseason and we have 2 wins versus 7.
Hold on, you know what? I'm just real quick here. I want to pull up this. Let me just pull up this schedule here, okay?
Oh, hey Stu, and while you do that, real quick, because Caleb said this, I hate you, Caleb, for this too. How about the Notre Dame fight? What was that text message you sent me yesterday? Caleb, Brady Quinn text Stu yesterday, our former quarterback.
Because Purdue Notre Dame's coming in.
You guys have you this week
to West Lafayette for the first time in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it used to be Notre Dame was, we played over 100 years. The trophy game, the Shillelagh. Yeah. And when they got taken off the schedule, that sucked, man. You know what I mean? That was a huge rivalry for us. So it's a huge game for us. So I just texted Brady and just said, hey man, what are your thoughts and whatnot? And maybe don't read,
I'm not going to read all of it.
Yeah.
But let's just say he had a lot to say.
He's not happy. He's not happy. And here's the thing. I love Brady Quinn. I do. I played against him when he was a freshman. I was a senior. I consider him a very close friend of mine. I think he's a very talented guy. Got drafted by Cleveland. It
happens.
That's speaking of Cleveland, here's the thing. There's organizations that just always lose, and it's like, I knew when they made that decision to bring him in, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Johnny Manziel.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is just.
Look at Watson. Terrible.
They were better with Flacco.
Yeah, look at what homeboy's doing down in Tampa.
Yeah. Baker's cooking to 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. But anyways, so what was the question again? At what point do you? At
what point do you look at AP?
At what point do you start to worry?
If the results are not getting here, at what point do we look at this as a situation where they sold us more on culture? More on the old school Raider way, more of, when does this become a Gruden 2.0 nostalgic hire?
Hold on, say that again.
When does this become like a Gruden 2.0 nostalgic hire? You know what I mean? Because we all know that they hired Gruden the second time to help usher in that move to Vegas and to keep the core fan base. A lot of people were already, I'm not watching football anymore. But at what point does this turn into a Gruden 2.0 type situation?
Here's the thing. I go back and forth because I love the nostalgia, the history, and the respect for it. But we also got to move on at some like
the past is not giving you wins now. It's not turning into wins now.
I remember even saying that when I was playing. I'm thinking in the stands. We have signs for Cliff Branch, and I'm like, man, he's not playing. As great as he was, he's not playing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we were the team of the decades, but we're not right now. We got to, like,
Will one of our names be up there? Like, we should have some actual players right now up there.
Yeah. Like, there's I don't know how you have a balance of keeping the history, but also going, hey, that was great. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't them. We're not you. Like, we gotta make, and I feel like sometimes, and I think you can see it. Sometimes guys, they get caught up in that, and I think they're trying to act a certain way or play a certain way because they think they need to. And here's the thing, dude. This is do you know what I'm saying? Like, always have in the back of your mind to pay homage and to know I'm going to bust my ass if people are watching me, to pay respect, but I'm not going to get caught up in trying to do something that they did 30, 40, 50 years ago, man.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I love all those old guys, like we got to make our own. Like there needs to be a new, like their own team, right? Like, and I think they're getting there. I mean, I really do. But again, I think there's some spots where, again, like at the end there, and guys, it's like, guys, that's just stupid, man. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. Just like last year when Crosby's talking to Minshew and they're beating us. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. I love it. And listen, I love Crosby. I mean, he's a great fucking player. Great player. I mean, a guy that, I would have loved to play with, but there's also some times where it's like, guy, just come on. Like, let's just pump your brakes just a little bit. Okay. We all know you're tough and we all know you got the tattoos and all this shit and you're the Raiders smoking cigars, but just calm it down just a little bit, man. You know, like, you gotta be smart because everyone's looking at you. Yeah. All those players, they're looking at you. What's Maxx doing? Yeah. You know, and 99% of the time he's doing good shit, but there's also those little breaks where it's like you don't, I don't know, like you need to be smart. Real quick, Stu, salute to Aaron Wilson. He just put on Twitter as well with Tyree Wilson dealing with that knee injury. He's kind of day to day. And Malcolm Kuntz on the IR, at least for the first 4 weeks. We are hosting former first-round pick from the Jaguars, Clavon Chasen, today, per league source. Salute to Aaron Wilson. So we are looking for some extra pass rushing help. And be honest with you, this kid has not lived up to the hype at all coming out of LSU, I believe. And former first-round pick. I don't know if this is the right move to make, but hey, we shall see. Maybe How old is he? I think he's still fairly young. I think he's in the mid-20s. Let me see. What happened to Kuntz? Knee injury. He's 25. This was in camp? Yes. What was it? Not non-contact too. What was it? But there's no structural damage to the kneecap, no nothing like that. It was his knee. They're just playing it safe. They're playing it safe. This kid that we brought in, 5 sacks since 2020. He's never had more than 2. So he's played his whole career with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I don't think that this is really going to make any real noise. I mean, and I think East Coast Gridiron knows a lot about him because he's a Jaguar fan. So I definitely want to bring him on to talk about him. But I don't think that this is, whatever. Salute to AP. With all due respect, all y'all blaming AP for the loss. Fuck you. Focus your anger on our defense for giving up those big runs when they should have been stopping that shit. Raider Nation for life. We addressed that. We talked about that. Who runs the defense? As well as the defense played. Those plays were big, man. They were. It sucks, right? You could. That's the one thing about defense is you can play great for the whole, for 98 plays, but those 2 that you're not great on are the difference. Yeah. That's why playing defense, especially playing back there as those safeties, it's a tough fucking gig, man. I mean, you're expected to make all those plays. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not allowed. That's everyone sees you, and if you don't make those tackles, it's usually a touchdown. It's usually the difference. You know what I mean? I think we actually just signed him, Stu. Let me see. I'm looking something up real quick. I think Jordan Schultz reported that we actually signed him. Let me see. Yep. Are expected to sign former Jaguars first-round pick Clavon Chasen. So it looks like we will be adding him right now. So it looks like the former first-rounder will be a Raider. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll see if you can add any value to that defensive line and provide any type of pass rush with Malcolm Kuntz and Tyree Wilson out. So there you have it. Any more thoughts on that game? Well, and then I will say this: Minshew did step up, and he talked about the miscommunication with him and Devontae on that. When he was trying to, I think he was thinking Devontae was gonna, two steps and turn and throw it, and Devontae was going, you know what I mean, almost like a look quick.
It was a broken play for sure.
Guy was playing off, but Minshew said it was on him. He said it was me. Now, was it? I don't know, but he's taking the blame for it. So I mean,
good quarterback. You own it.
Here's the thing: they got down to the 11-yard line, and we held them to a field goal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So again, but again, it was the difference in that game. It was the turnovers. That was it.
He said we got 2 Tyree Wilsons now. Oh shit! Thanks, Dante. Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. Thanks. That means a lot. What do we need to do, man, going into Baltimore, man? You know, you lose a game to a divisional rival where the game was totally in the palm of your hands. You could have won that football game. Now you're going against a very, very upset Baltimore Ravens team who was in the.
I'm gonna say this. Obviously, I mean, I don't know if I've made it clear or not on here or not, but I am not a Lamar Jackson fan at all.
You said it for years.
He'll never win a championship. Okay. You saw last he fumbles it. I mean, he's a liability.
The accuracy issues are insane.
Yeah. I mean, look at there towards the end. I mean, the one guy's wide open.
3 opportunities back to back to potentially win that game.
How many what do you call when you in golf when you get it back again? Do-overs. What do you call that? In golf, they call it
mulligan.
Mulligan. How many mulligans are we gonna give this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like after a while, it's like, buddy, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like if you're the man and you're making that much goddamn money, you gotta make those fucking throws, dude.
Yeah.
So I hope and then obviously his back and forth with Bernard Pollard, my guy. But anyways, I would love nothing more than us going in there and to be honest with you, I think after this loss with Baltimore losing to Kansas City, I think they're going to look past us. I really do. I think now, obviously Harbaugh's a good coach, but I'm just thinking that those guys are let's get, you know what? Let's get back going again. Let's use the Raiders as our get back game. Uh-huh. I think we're gonna go out there. I think we're gonna play really well. I think Lamar's gonna fuck up. He's gonna throw a pick. He's gonna fumble it. He's gonna do something. Is he gonna have maybe a couple exciting plays? But I mean, I don't see the Ravens being. When I looked at their defense, here's another thing. I was watching on the NFL. They had on YouTube. They had like big hits or no, it was fights. It was like guys. I couldn't believe how. Let me see this. And
we were at that.
Smith when he made that play on the sideline and hit Mahomes. How stupid are you?
Yeah. He got lucky though. He got lucky. That was a gimme. He got lucky because they usually would have called that. They didn't call that.
I mean, what the fuck are you thinking, buddy?
Yeah. That was out of.
It wasn't even close. I mean, he was out of bounds. And then I'm watching some of these plays. Like this Jesse Bates from Atlanta, he rips off Najee Harris's helmet. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
These guys are acting like they're tough guys. I'm like, they're just like pushing each other around. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I think in Roquan Smith's defense, I think he was so frustrated because that game was so poorly called. It felt like we can't do anything. We can't win this game. They called, I believe, 7 illegal formations, Stu, on the offensive line. And I believe there was 1 or 2 on the wide receiver as well. Like absolutely bananas. And then Jawan Taylor, the right tackle, the starter for the Kansas City Chiefs, he literally false start every play, not once.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw something about his
literally. He had a second on the defender.
Yeah,
every single down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So at what point, like, I think that he got so frustrated.
What was the situation with that? He's going on. How is he cheating it? What is he doing? He's
literally, it's just false start after false start after false start. Literally, like before the ball's even hiked, he's already.
He's back. He's
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, and mind you, I believe last year he was the most penalized player in the NFL. So to see him not,
you're right. No, he was.
Yeah. So
he
for
was.
him not to be called on anything was absolutely insane. And I think that Roquan, who was one of the best linebackers in the NFL by stretch. No, I know what you're saying though. I know what like. You can't afford to put your team in a bind or in a jam, giving up a 15-yard. But they didn't call it. They didn't call it, which was shocking, especially.
And I'm thinking that's fucking Mahomes, dude. Like you can't.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You have to fuck around, kick you out the league for that shit.
Come on, man. Like,
yeah.
You're messing with him, and I'm just like, that's the thing. Like, some of these, I don't know. And again, maybe it's just that I'm older and I'm looking at these kids. I mean, obviously they look like they're kids, they're boys, they really are, you know. But I just feel like they're so immature about shit.
Yeah,
don't they feel? I mean, right? Like just how they, you know, they're pushing each other and getting mad about little. It's like it's part of the game, man. Like what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah, man.
Like you're not tough, like. Come on, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
The league was different when you were in it, Stu. You were playing some crazy.
But it was, you know, you hit the guy and you're on top. You roll off. You get back on the huddle. It's like every play, these guys are mad because someone's, you know, tackled them or someone's saying something. They feel like they have a right to say something else. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
Shut up. I know. It's just that's just what it is.
Derrick Henry.
You know, I mean, these guys come into the league already millionaires. So, like, what the fuck?
What do you expect out of the 30-year-old Derrick Henry? I mean, you know, he didn't have a big game. He only had 13 carries for 46 yards against the Chiefs. Only had 3.5 a clip. He did have a touchdown early on, and they got away from him. They just stopped running the football, and it pretty much. Let me say, they didn't stop running the football. Lamar was the one that was their run game at that point. Yeah. But I mean, what would you expect out of Derrick Henry?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Forgive me when I started talking about other players. I thought the Baltimore Ravens defensive backs, besides Hamilton's
the dog, man.
Besides him, they looked really small to me. They did. They looked little, right? Or no?
I don't know. I mean, Stu, you're fucking 6'4", bro. So
well, I'm just saying. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, man, I was expecting Baltimore's like especially secondary to be a little bit bigger. I thought they didn't impress me at all.
They had Nate Wiggins. He looks really skinny, really small. The young kid that they drafted out of Clemson. They have Marlon Humphrey, one of those Xavier Worthy touchdowns was a complete broken down play. The communication wasn't there, and he's one of the better DBs in the league.
I'm gonna tell you this: Kansas City's got some fucking weapons, boy.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
What the fuck? That number one?
Yeah, Xavier Worthy. But let me say that. Oh, she Rice too, right? Yeah, Rice is one of the ones.
Rice.
I'll say this: as much as it hurts me to say this, still. And I know you feel the same way because
Rice got in trouble though. Did he not get in trouble or
no? I mean, he's a chief, man. They just slap on the wrist.
What was it? What did he? What did he?
It was a car accident out here. They left. They left the scene and just walked off. And if he was a Raider, he would have been fucking suspended the whole season.
If that was me, fuck shit.
But I have to say this: as much as I hate this shit, and this is not Raider related, you guys. Fuck, man. If the Niners can stay healthy this year, dog, the shit they did last night without CMC, he has a way. Shanahan has a way of outside of, the one young kid that they drafted that, we'll leave him unnamed here. But he has a way of making every quarterback and every running back damn near great. Like they had a backup guy Mason that had like 150 yards rushing or some shit. Like the Niners, if they stay healthy, man, I hate them. But, dog, they're the favorites to win this shit, even over Kansas City. I'm telling you now, KC still has a little.
Did Detroit win?
Yes, they won in overtime.
They did, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Salute the WI. Sup with you? I was at the game. The O was McDummy 2.0. Diablo is Charmin. And we played with zero juice. Minshew throws off his back foot every single throw. They better get this stuff together. Salute to my guy WI on the $10 donation. Salute to I'm a Raider. I was 27 when we won the last big one. Just saying. Look, I didn't get a chance to see any of them. So not one.
Wait, what?
He was 27 when the last time he won a Super Bowl.
Oh, won the big one. Okay.
I was 5 days old.
Yeah, what is it? Was that 91 or no?
No, 84, 83, 84.
Oh, we never won one in the 90s?
Nah, 84, 83, 84.
Damn.
Salute to us. No, Jordan Mason's a dog, definitely, man. But it's just the way he just, CMC can't go? Okay, cool. Jordan Mason, 150 yards. I think he had like 2 touchdowns or some shit. It's just like crazy to me, the way that Shanahan is just, it's his system. Bring him in, play him, they're going to perform.
Yeah, he's well, they said the QB whisperer, right? So
yeah. Chuck, man, all y'all get the fuck out of here, man. Let me see.
What?
He said, "How is he a Raider? He doesn't know that we ever won a championship in the '90s." Get the fuck out of here. Let me see. Rowan says the Chargers played us with 2 high safeties and 9 in the box. They were not afraid of Gardner Minshew's long ball.
I don't know if Gardner has a long ball, does he?
I mean, he can throw the football. He definitely can, but
he can throw it. No, he can throw it, but I don't see him being a,
No, that's not his strong suit. If anything, I think Aiden has the stronger arm between the two. Gardner Minshew to me is going to be, he's going to be a check down monster for us. That's what he's going to be. A guy that can get the football in short, in these shorts distances and yak. Brock Bowers, Devontae Adams, Teddy Myers.
I'm going to say this. That reminds me of I really enjoyed Purdue's first game. Our quarterback, Hudson Card, he got it out quick, and he let the receivers and ball carriers do their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it to those guys and let them work. You know what I mean? Let them do what they do. So I don't necessarily mind that. You know what I mean? I don't. It's high percentages. It's getting the ball into the guys' hands that you want and let them make plays. You know?
That's crazy. Okay, Punchy. So we have 147, a tutty, and 97 yards were before contact. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What is that now? What is that?
Mason, the backup running back for the Niners, 147 yards, a touchdown, and he had 97 yards were before contact. So big game for that young kid, man.
Did they play again?
They played the Jets, and I know Devontae Adams is sitting somewhere, Stu, like the Jets. I'll sit out here with the Raiders and see how this shit works. Aaron Rodgers looks every bit of 40, man. He looks the part now. You can see it. Like
what did he say after the game?
That he pretty much said everything right. All he said was, it's a blessing that he's still able to play the game, coming off of that Achilles injury, and it's week 1. He's not going to get too, crazy about it. But I mean, man, what was a big part of Aaron Rodgers' game, Stu? What made him special? Outside of having a strong arm and making all throws, what made him special was his mobility, him being able to, get out and use his legs,
create time.
And now with at his age, he can't do that. And you've seen it. And mind you, it didn't help that he played against one of the better defenses in the NFL, the 49ers. But it was kind of crazy, man, watching Aaron Rodgers out there like really struggle like that. They had their backup. They had Tyrod Taylor in there in the fourth quarter. Like, it was that bad.
Oh, so Tyrod Taylor is still around?
Yeah. He was in the fourth quarter.
He started off with the Bills, didn't he?
Bills. He was with the Chargers. He's been around. He's been around many moons. Tyrod's been around. He's made his rounds in the NFL. Definitely an NFL journeyman at this point. The Giants.
I was going to bring him up, bro.
Nebraska,
dude. So Raiola. So obviously, I played with Donovan. Played against Donovan. Also played with Donovan in Detroit. But Dominic Raiola, who's the younger brother who played at Wisconsin, who I played with in Omaha, who's the offensive line coach for Nebraska. That's his nephew. And dude, that kid's a fucking stud, dude.
There's a lot of great quarterbacks.
That kid's a fucking stud. And like, he's mini Mahomes, dude. Like I don't know how he got with Mahomes, but like Mahomes,
bro, but it's just weird. Like the mannerisms, the hair, the body type, the number, the colors of the jersey. It's like everything is Patrick Mahomes.
Right, yeah.
It's like fucking weird to me. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like it's like a
I feel like he's bigger than Mahomes, though, right?
Yeah, no, he is. And at some point he looks a lot more like Big Ben. He has like Big Ben body.
Well, the rail. I mean, they're them Hawaiian motherfucking golden Croots and shit, dude. Man, them motherfuckers are crazy, bro. They love to fight, bro. That's all they want to do is fight. But for a freshman to come out and do it, I mean, he looks freaking good, man. He looks good.
Yeah, and Dan, I think that is right. Mahomes, quarterback coach, coaches with him as well. I believe that he works with him in the offseason.
No, he does. Like, yeah, he does.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. This he might be one of the ones. Yeah, and he's a freshman, East Coast. He's a freshman.
True freshman, I think. I mean, yeah, he just stepped on the scene. He's got Nebraska fucking loving it. I'm glad.
Okay, Mahomes is in contact with him all the time.
I'm glad they beat the shit out of Colorado. I'd say that much.
Hey, Taino, I am booked. I will be in New York in 2 weeks. I'll be out there not this Friday, next Friday. I'll be out there Friday.
Speaking of New York, how about those uniforms? Those bitches were sick.
The giant ones?
Yeah,
those were cold. Yeah, I mean, if the play could have matched the jerseys, they would have been on to something. I want to ask you that real quick because we're just talking about everything. Did you see the disrespect that Daniel Jones got when he was walking out the players' entrance towards his car? A fan said some insane shit to him. I don't remember. I'm not going to try and say verbatim what he said. In the middle, yeah. I want to ask because they've struggled, right? Daniel Jones has not been good by any means, right?
Well, I mean, I knew right away, like
Duke. I mean, you know, who goes and gets a Duke?
Yeah, he had like one big year, and it's like everyone gets all. It's like, dude, man, I want someone with some consistency, man. You know.
But they hate that, man, Stewart. And as someone, you know, like yourself, right? Because we've talked about this on a million shows about how you felt with the fans, how they felt about you in Oakland, you know, with your time out there, and like how do you get through that shit, especially at the quarterback position? Daniel Jones, you know, he's an early round draft pick, top 10 pick. Vanilla Vic is what they call him.
Really?
Yeah, Vanilla. I mean, you know, he can use his legs, but no one's Michael Vick. Let's just get that understood.
I was about to say that's pretty disrespectful to Michael Vick.
And you played against Vick. And what did you say about Vick?
Michael Vick is probably hands down my favorite. I mean,
ever. Yeah.
That dude's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he's
bad motherfucker.
Different. You had to play against him. Yeah,
cool as fuck. I picked him off my rookie year.
Who talk that shit still?
Yeah. My first start down there in Atlanta, they beat the shit out of us, but they clinched the NFC South or whatever. Fucking fireworks are going off. Fucking D'Angelo Hall's laughing at me and shit. I'm like, fuck you.
I know D'Angelo's your guy too.
And then Gerard Cooper got ran over by Duckett, and they said it was me on TV. I'm like, fuck, Coop. Because I was 30, he was 40, and all I saw was like the zero.
Bro, oh shit. I do remember that. TJ Duckett.
Yeah, he had TJ Duckett had 4 touchdowns that game against us. Yeah.
Salute the pace, man. Me and my wife are going to the game Sunday, back to where I proposed to her in 2016.
In New York?
And that was a big game. No, Baltimore.
Oh.
That was the Michael Crabtree touchdown in the back of the end zone. DC threw 4 touchdowns.
It's a nice stadium. I mean, in 2006, I had a good game there. I liked the stadium. It was a nice stadium.
Yeah. But hey, Pace, man, congratulations, bro. Hopefully you bring us some luck. Salute to you and the wife, man. Have a beautiful time out there, man. I don't get DJ hasn't been good, but that was uncalled for. I would just tank and get traded. Salute. Hey, man, New York's a tough place. I mean, Stu, you played in New York, you know, for a split second, right? I mean, I know it was a cup of coffee, but I'm just saying, like, you know, the difference.
It's New York. Yeah, whether it's the Jets or the Giants, they're very. I'd even include them with like the Philadelphia fans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kind of that area there, and they don't they don't really. They're not very forgiving.
Yeah.
But if you do get to be the guy, you're a legend forever. You know what I mean? Like,
look, I think them turn on.
I mean, if you're a Giants legend, those people will fucking murder somebody for you.
I've seen them turn on Eli Manning, though, a guy that helped bring 2 championships. So that's a tough crowd up there in New York.
What did they do to Eli?
They just, were screaming for him to get out of there at the end of his career, and he's a bum, and so on and so forth. And this guy helped bring 2 championships to New York. Now, I know like Lawrence Taylor he's like a guy that untouchable up there. Like he's one of those guys that they'll never talk about, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other giant. I mean, obviously Parcells, right?
Yeah, Bill Parcells, definitely.
Sims, maybe. I mean, is he considered
Sims? Yeah.
Tiki Barber, probably.
I think he's an untouchable. I think
Strahan.
Strahan is definitely an untouchable. Some of those guys, the Justin Tucks of the world.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Salute to East Coast real quick. He said, Stu, talking about Michael Vick being a BMF, a BAMF. I played against Tavon Austin. He was a bad motherfucker. Okay, he's a bad motherfucker. For real, he's my sleep paralysis demon. Oh yeah, Tavon Austin was different, bro. He was different. Shifty motherfucker, bro. He was a cold.
Forgive me, I don't know who is.
He was in the league for a little bit. Played for the Dallas Cowboys. I think.
Oh yeah. Light-skinned guy. Yeah. Okay.
Tavon Austin.
Yeah, he was good. He was very good. I was just gonna say something.
Oh, Derek Jeter too, Westwood. Definitely a god of New York. Facts. Yes. Untouchable.
Derek Jeter, not fucking
A-Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said once October came around, he couldn't fucking hit a goddamn ball.
But also, Jeter was a homegrown guy. They brought A-Rod over, played for the Rangers, played for the Mariners, I believe. He was all around. Homegrown talent, Derek Jeter, and they knew
Derek Jeter's from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
No, I know, but he played his entire career with the Yankees.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Salute to Tyler, man. T Bogey here. I don't know if anyone brought this up, but do you think we should trade for Hassan Reddick? No, not at all. We only have a certain amount of money to play with this, this upcoming off season. You don't want to spend that kind of money on.
Who's Hassan Reddick?
Reddick. He's a pass rusher for the Jets. That just got traded over from Philadelphia, played at Temple. He's a dog, but he missed the game yesterday because he wants an extension. And we're not going to extend him. We still got Malcolm Kuntz, we got Tyree Wilson. We're still trying to figure out what we have with him. There's no reason to spend $20+ million on Hassan Reddick at this point and draft capital to go get him. And I think the Jets are going to hold on to him. I think they're going to say, hey,
he's with the Jets. He's under contract with the Jets.
They're going to say either you play or fuck it, sit down. It is what it is. They got other guys. They just drafted Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State. They got Will McDonald. They got some guys.
One thing that I did kind of, gave me a little happiness when thinking of the Chargers was, who was the running back 30 for them last year?
Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott. What am I talking about? Eckler.
The fucking guitar and shit.
Eckler. Yeah.
So he's with the Redskins, right? Or the
Commanders. Yep.
Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting thumped, bro.
Bro, he's up there in age.
Tagging the shit out of his ass.
Yeah, Austin Eckler's getting up there in age. Brian Robinson is their number one running back out there. So I think Eckler's going to be a guy that's going to be just a receiver more out of the backfield for the Commanders. Because remember, he was the one complaining about, I'm not a guy that needs 20, 30 reps a game, with the Chargers. Like, he was complaining about being a bell cow.
I just know I don't remember what game it was, but I remember the announcers just wouldn't shut the fuck up about him.
Yeah.
And they're showing him play his guitar, and I'm like, who the fuck gives a shit?
That was a Tom Telesco special, man. Our GM got him as a UDFA.
Fucking Hootie and the Blowfish wannabe ass motherfucker. Jesus.
Yo, salute to Tyler.
He was getting yammed.
Yeah. Yum. Ying. Salute to everybody here in the building, y'all. Wipe them feet.
Yeah, no, I want to say, man, it's great to be back. I'm actually glad that, my first time back and people are talking shit, that's good.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Yep. I don't. How the fuck do I know anything about the Raiders? Right. I just played.
You know what? Still moving forward, bro. Motherfuckers just getting blocked and we keeping it moving. Simple and plain. Time out, bitches.
I want to say this. My nephew, for Grand Valley State, they had their first game last Thursday. He got a pick.
Arkansas?
No. Grand Valley State in Michigan.
Oh, okay. Well, your nephew plays in Arkansas too, right? Did you go to a game?
No. Last year they played.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So big up to him. So that was cool. But yeah, man. I was watching. I mean, I'm looking at these NFL guys, and I don't know, man.
You know who we need to have this conversation with? I'm gonna hit him up today. The next Graphk Stu Show. We got to bring Charles on.
Oh, dude, yeah, that'd be dope.
I got to hit up C Wood. We got to bring him on because I would love to pick.
I'm always making dumbass comments on his shit. He had the one where he was like doing like pull-ups.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Like, you need to chill the fuck out, bro. I'm like, you're making us look bad, dog.
Yo, he was pissed about that Michigan shit show as well, man.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
I don't like when other teams come up from other conferences and beat a Big Ten team like that at home. Like, I remember shit that still pissed me off. That's why I don't like fucking the quarterback for Tampa. Because when he was for Oklahoma and they went to Ohio State and fucking was it Ohio State, right? Yeah. With their fucking flag in the middle of that field. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. I hate Ohio State, but you ain't gonna be doing that to fucking
Midwest
teams, motherfucker.
Yeah. I already know, man. Let me see. Texas is the real deal. Yeah, Texas.
Well, hey, dude, what are we gonna do for this game?
What's up?
On Saturday. What are we gonna put on it?
Yeah, bro. The way
I wonder what's the
spread?
Yeah.
Let me look it up, bro. The way we looked against fucking Northern Illinois, dog, I just
don't mean shit. These are college kids. It's week to week, bro.
I wanted to fly out there with you, bro. I know we were talking about it, and then I realized that I was going to be going to the
I did.
So I was like, I couldn't make it happen, man. But
I probably won't even go to the fucking game.
Let me see.
I said, I'm like, I don't want to go in a fucking fight. Some Notre Dame fucking fan says something out.
I know me and you. I go in there all Notre Damed out. You're a fucking Purdue legend and shit. Fucking that shit be called. I'm trying to look right now to see what it is. Let me see. It's not even showing anything. I don't know what it is. If somebody in the chat can let us know. Hey, East Coast.
45 minutes away from my house.
I'm trying to see if East Coast Gridiron is still in the building. If you could, what's the line on the Notre Dame and Purdue game this week?
Who's number one right now? Georgia?
I think it's Georgia, right?
Are they?
Yeah, I think it's Georgia. It has to be. It's not Alabama. Alabama's number 4. LSU's 18, I believe. USC is 13. I think Notre Dame fell 13 spots. So we're probably like 18 or something like that. Oregon 7. I do believe.
Right? Didn't Oregon get beat or no?
No, they won.
Oh, they won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Georgia is Georgia. Georgia's number 1.
Georgia.
Okay, Notre Dame. There we go, Punchy. Salute to you. Minus 10.5.
Damn. Okay, that's.
What's the expectations for Purdue?
Well, I was highly impressed with their first game. 7 touchdowns to 7 different players. Defense played well. 49-0. I mean, Indiana State, they're not a powerhouse, but they're not a bad team. But to hold anyone scoreless is a tough thing to do. I like our running backs, and we're actually what they do now. I don't know if you know this or not. You know how they rank recruiting classes?
Yeah.
Right? Well, now they rank transfer classes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Purdue actually was in the top 10 for their transfer class that came in. We got 40 guys that came in, and Purdue's called like Transfer U right now. I guess like people want to come to Purdue, so we got like a whole bunch of new guys, and I was very, we have a very, very tough schedule.
Yeah,
very, 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 very fucking tough schedule, and I'm pretty excited. We had a bye week or an off week this week. Obviously, this game this Saturday against Notre Dame is
big.
People
don't know that Stu lives pretty much on the ground.
I can see the stadium through my
yeah. Well, me and Stu rode the bike down there, drunk as shit. We rode the bike to the game.
To the basketball game.
Yeah, we were on fucking bicycles riding to the game. That shit was hella
guys, you can't park here.
Hell yeah. We parked the bikes in front of the stadium. We didn't even lock them up or anything. We didn't give a shit. Yo, that shit was hella funny. Salute to AP Graphk Stu. This is what we needed after a rough asparagus game. Just effing win. Salute to my guy.
I'm gonna say this. I again, let's not. Does it suck that we lost to San Diego? Was it a game we could have won? Absolutely, but I wasn't. After watching it, I mean, I feel pretty good. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
So you still have. Because I love what my brother Jason Hunter said real quick. Glad to have you back, Stu. Definitely missed you. People are jumping ship already, which doesn't shock me.
Really?
I think it's the first game. Shit moment.
No way. No way, dude. Raiders fans don't do that.
It happens week in and week out during the season. I mean, shit, even in the offseason.
I'm done. It's over.
Salute to Jay. I'm gonna ask you real quick, Stu. Like, what adjustments do you make if you're the Raiders going into Baltimore? Like, what you've seen from what you've seen?
I don't think there needs to be a whole bunch of adjustments. I think just tighten it up, right? Just stay on our technique, ball security, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
We know that Baltimore, they're going to turn the ball over. They're going to.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you got to be defensively speaking. You got to be patient, right? Because don't try and how do I want to say this? They're gonna get impatient. Jackson's gonna get impatient, right? He's gonna try to do something. Just sit back, play your defense. And they're going to make some mistakes. They're going to, right? Don't get out of your gaps. Don't try to play above yourself. Don't obviously don't do anything stupid. Don't penalties this and that.
And we've been pretty good. And last year we were the least penalized team in the NFL, and we only had
this past game. One penalty for two?
One or two.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I like that. I think Minshew is he's a playmaker. Again, I mean, shit. I mean, the fact again that he had in the whatever it was, fucking on third down, he was 6 for 6. I mean, fuck, that's what you want. Obviously, the miscommunication with the fumble and then the interception, which was his fault, but we can't have that. But I think Baltimore again. The mentality of Lamar Jackson. I think he's gonna try to make up for last week's loss. He's gonna try to now
overcompensate.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: as a former safety, do you throw a spy on Lamar Jackson because of the athleticism that he possesses? And if so, who would you?
Yeah, why not?
Who would you have be that spy to monitor?
I'm trying to think when we played Vic, I think Woodson spied Vic.
See what?
I think.
Okay.
Why not?
Let me get this real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, we have. Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, we have beaten the Ravens before. No, man. Hey, thanks everybody in the chat. It's been great to get back with you guys. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully everybody had a great summer. Palmao, no, that S.187. No. Palmao.
Yeah.
Did he play at all?
I didn't really see him out there like that. I didn't see Palomau out there like that. And that was a shocker to me. But I mean, they weren't able to really pass the ball like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? I think he did have a few reps though. Let me see.
I mean, what he's got to be on every special teams, isn't he? Or I mean, what the fuck?
He had not one tackle.
Was he even on the? Maybe is he hurt or something? Or
No, not at all. He's on the active roster. He's our third safety. I don't see him here at all on the stat sheet.
That's weird.
Yeah, he was out there though. I seen him, but I don't. There was nothing documented. Let me just say that.
That's okay. I mean, he's too big and too athletic and too physical not to be out there.
I can see him be a spy, and people are saying he was out there a ton. I don't remember.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't remember, and it doesn't say how many.
Well, I'll say this: if he was out there a ton and we didn't know it, that's not good.
Let's see. I'm trying to see how many.
You know what I mean? If he was out there and we didn't know he was out there.
Ah, Chloe, shut up.
That's
my pest guy just got here, so she's freaking out.
Your what? Your pest guy?
My pest guy, the bug guy.
Oh. What you got? You got what you got? Crabs?
Crabs. The Anthem guy is here to spray my house for bugs.
That new Beetlejuice is out.
Bro, me and Tiff are watching that, bro.
Have you seen it?
No, we are definitely going to watch it though. That's my shit. Facts. Yeah, man, I'll be done in a minute. But salute to AP as well, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to
how's Wasted doing?
He's good. He's good, man. He's blessed, working, going crazy.
I need to give his fucking old
ass a holler. He would definitely love to hear from you. Definitely. He was laughing about I said Stu, man, Stu's back active. He said, well, what did he say? He said, no, I said Stu about to cook. He said, what? What, eggs? What, steak? he ain't gonna cook shit. Nah, man. So we got Andy in the building as well, man. It's always good to see little brother.
What up, Andy?
My God,
I do want to say this too. I'll say it in public. A couple, what was that, about a month and a half ago, I was supposed to come on and kind of left you hanging. So I apologize.
Wait. Kinda?
Sort of.
Motherfucker, you left me hanging. But guess what? The reason behind it, we talked.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We forgot about it. So, hey, let everybody know real quick, Stu, where they can follow you at, man, and just what you got going on right now, man.
I want to say this. If anybody is on PlayStation, I've been killing it on NCAA NCAA 2025, and I've also been killing it on MLB The Show.
Oh, I gotta get it.
Dude, that game is so much fun. So much fun.
I gotta get it. We got
so much fun.
Remember we played. What did we play all night? Techno Bowl.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was fun as hell, bro.
You can get a hold of me at my Facebook, just Stewart Schweiger. My Instagram is, let me see,
Stewart Schweiger 30, right? Something like that.
Yep. And then I think, and then YouTube channel, Stewart Schweiger.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, man, this was awesome, dude. I will say this: everybody tonight, the debate between Trump and Harris be a good one to watch, man. Kamala
and Trump tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
this is a very. I'm just saying, This is a very pivotal election, guys.
I know a better debate tonight, Stu.
What?
I am on the AFC West roundtable tonight.
Oh,
everybody go jump over there tonight. We've been Stu, you haven't seen the show yet. It's me, a Chiefs guy, a Broncos guy, and a Chargers guy.
So
every Tuesday night. You're gonna be fucking dying, bro. AFC West roundtable on YouTube. AFC West roundtable. Everybody make sure to pull up 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m.
AFC West.
Yep, roundtable. Definitely. Hey, East Coast, if you're free, brother, let me know if you have a 30, 45 minutes to pull up. I want to talk about the pickup that we just got. I know you're a former Jacksonville guy. You're a Jacksonville guy. He's a former Jacksonville guy. If you can, let me know, man. I'd like to have you pull up for a couple minutes and let's talk about it. But man, other than that, Stu, let's talk about this Baltimore game once it's over with as well, brother. We're gonna be on the phone. We talk all the time, so we'll figure out a good time for both of us.
And that game's at
it's early. It's an early game.
1
your time. 1 your time. Yep.
And you're gonna be there?
No. I'll be in New York for week 3, the Carolina game. It's at home in Vegas, but me, Big Mike, Wasted and Hammer, we got a live podcast out there on Jersey Shore.
Place that you were at before?
Yeah. Bar anticipation. Yep. So
love you, bro. Wait, hold on. Wait. No, before we got we gotta think of something for this Notre Dame Purdue game, dude. We gotta
what's up? What do you want to do?
I don't know. We'll think of something. Hey,
chat, do me a favor. If you guys can, in the comment section after this video is over, think of some bets and put them down, and we will give you the credit for the one we pick. All right? If you guys can think, Notre Dame Purdue game this weekend. Loser has to do some ill shit. I'm not cutting my beard. Stu's not cutting his hair, but just think of some shit, and we'll definitely. I
gotta shove a pot of gold up his ass if Notre Dame loses.
Well, look, we can get decked out in Purdue shit. We can get decked out.
That's what I was thinking. Probably
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah.
But other than that, love you, bro. As always. Thank you to everybody.
Great to see you. I love seeing the pictures of the young one balling out. Yeah. Tell Tiff I said hello, and let's try to make this a regular. And again, thank you everyone in the chat. You guys are the best. You guys are the absolute best as far as any fans. So we're going to be all right. We're going to be okay.
There you go. You heard it from Stu himself.
Well, I don't know if that's – we're going to be okay. I don't know if that's –
Yo, it's still early, so it is what it is. Let me get out of here before my dog starts freaking out on my bug guy. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we love you guys. Yep. We appreciate you guys. We are out. 1.
What I'm talking about.